Update 2 on Hurricane Gonzalo, with winds now of 80 miles per hour and a pressure of 984 millibars. Its position's 18.2 degrees north, 63.1 degrees west as of 12 AM UTC, October 14th. Now, the storm's expected to continue to intensify as it has been doing for the past 12 to 24 hours and more. Over the Leeward Islands at the moment, hurricane warnings out in force, as well as tropical storm warnings and hurricane watches. The storm's expected to become possibly a Category 3 major hurricane that moves out over the open Atlantic and could possibly pose a threat to Bermuda by the end of the week, towards Friday or Saturday, where it could possibly strike Bermuda as a hurricane force cyclone. So let's take a look at the current warnings in effect. Obviously there are quite a few hurricane warnings in effect for the British Virgin Islands, St. Martin and Anguilla. Hurricane watches in effect for Puerto Rico and the US Virgin Islands, and storm warnings in effect for Montserrat, westwards to Puerto Rico. All the areas in between except those areas under hurricane warnings. Of course, we could see hurricane conditions under those areas under hurricane warnings, winds of 80 miles per hour, possibly more, wind speed gusts possibly up to 100 miles per hour, Category 2 intensity, and of course heavy rainfall is to be expected there, of course, over St. Martin in particular right now. Sea surface temperatures remain fairly warm, 29 degrees Celsius or thereabouts. That will remain the case pretty much all the way to Bermuda, where temperatures are around 28 degrees Celsius still at this time of year. Looking at the latest wind shear map, around moderate levels of wind shear at the moment, increasing over the storm right now as we speak, decreasing amounts ahead of it, and a small area of dry air towards its northwest as well, but generally conducive conditions, favourable conditions over the next few days, which could lead to a major hurricane on our hands very soon indeed. Here's the latest radar imagery out of Guadalupe. The storm's been moving towards the northwest. You can see quite clearly the centre of the storm, potential eye there as it moves towards the northwest. Latest satellite imagery doesn't indicate a particular eye on the visible imagery at least, but you can see how the storm's been heading towards the northwest. Most of the mass from the storm is towards the northeastern part of the cyclone, but the storm itself, heavy rainfall associated with the storm, is now beginning to cover the Virgin Islands and will probably cover Puerto Rico in the coming hours as well. Most of the storm has left Montserrat and Guadalupe in particular, and Barbuda, Antigua and Barbuda as well. The storm's pretty much leaving those areas now, but the centre point is probably over St. Martin at the moment, and the British Virgin Islands as well in the next few hours in particular. So around the world right now, we have a new tropical depression in the central Pacific 2C, which could possibly be a threat to Hawaii next week, and of course we have Gonzalo and the remnants of Faye, which of course is an ex-hurricane, and Hudhud and Vongfong are holding on. They'll be no longer with us very soon indeed in the Eastern Hemisphere. 66 tropical storms have formed so far around the world in 2014. 37 of those have become Category 1 hurricanes or their equivalents around the world, with winds of 74 miles per hour or higher, equaling the yearly totals of 2010 and 2011 now at this point. 1999 and 2002 with 40, 22 Category 3 storms. Gonzalo could be the 23rd. You can visit Force 13 on any of its 6 outlets. The website, force13.com, is the main place to be for all the goings-on around the world, storm-wise. Of course, the video pages will also keep you regularly up to date as well. YouTube and Dailymotion, just search Force 13 on there. Same too for the social platforms, Facebook and Twitter. Search Force 13 on those, at Force 13 on Twitter. And you can speak to me personally on Skype, at Fool13, for tropical weather chat on there at any time. The next update on this storm will follow at either 6 PM UTC or around this time once more at around 1 AM UTC on the morning of October the 15th, but that's all for now.